Okay, TonyScapone here, and we're going to be playing in the Sunday Legacy Challenge. I just got over a hernia operation. It was just 2 days ago, so I am not in the best condition to be playing, but we're going to go for it. Anyways, excuse me. So short deck tech here. There's not too much new of note. I've been testing Adventures Fair as a 14th land. It's actually been quite good. Things are probably going to get shooken up quite a bit once the Mycosynth Gardens actually gets printed or is available on Moto or whatever. But for now, this is what we're running. And the tournament should actually be starting in just a couple minutes. But go back to a few previous videos if you want to see some previous action. You can even check out on the Epic Storms YouTube. I did a 5-0 trophy with Bryant on a very similar list. So, but other than that, I'll see you in round one. But we'll just move right over to it. Okay, we're against Micrograms, who was the first person to sign up for the event, I noticed. And this hand starts off with a Thoughtseize, a little bit shaky otherwise. I think I'll keep. It's a little bit dicey, but we do have discard into discard. We don't really want to see Wasteland. Okay, opponent has come back from being AFK for a few minutes. They're probably playing in a different tournament or something. They mulligan to 6, and we get to start off with a Thoughtseize. Okay, looks like initiative. There's an Archon involved. We can take Chrome Mox and hope. We can take Chrome Mox and hope, and then Cabal Therapy Archon. Or we can take Archon and deal with turn 1 White Plume. I'm not sure we can beat turn 1 White Plume on average. Is it better to take Petal or Chrome Mox? I guess I take Chrome Mox here. Play the Opal out past the turn. Hopefully no Soul Land or additional Petal or Chrome Mox. Alright, good. They drew Chalice, they would have played it. I think Cabal Therapy is better in case they drew another Archon. So take Archon of Emeria and hope that we draw out of this before them. Uh-oh. So here comes White Plume. LED was a good draw. Kind of. There's nothing good to copy with Infernal Tutor. We're going to start taking some serious hits soon. We could play LED, Infernal Tutor, crack the LED so we can go get Saga, just to put a Saga in play. That seems pretty weak. I think we just pass here. Good Thoughtseize the Dungeoneer. I think I'd rather save the 2 life and just hope they don't draw. Oh, they have 12. Soul Lands, Petals, Chrome Mox. No, I'm not going to Thoughtseize. We have to get lucky anyways. Going down the Forge. Really, either pathway is pretty bad for us. Uh-oh. Yeah, we're pretty much dead. Can we Echo here? Can't really do anything, can we? Total of 6. Nope, we're dead. Okay, so we want this stuff. We want this stuff. Oh, it's tough. I'm still undecided on what to do necessarily. On the play, it's more like on the draw, you take out a bunch of discard, but on the play, it is a tough call indeed. Really, we just want hands with Saga stuff. Cabal Ritual's probably not good enough then. We cut one Duress. Let's go. This does not have Saga stuff. It has 3 opals. This is turn 1 Wish, turn 1 Thoughtseize, and Saga. Definitely keeping this. Guess we bottom Spellbomb. They mulled to 5. Petal, Bobble, Opal. Just trying to think of I think we're gonna use Bobble. Let's do this. Let's use it to inform our Thoughtseize. We might even blow Petal. Okay, so there's a Chrome Mox on top. Thoughtseize them. Let's see. We take Archon, they can go. Land, Chrome Mox doesn't do anything. Can take Emeria. Loran might actually be the most problematic card here. Walks into a turn 2 Archon. but not necessarily if we draw discard again. So maybe we just have to take Archon. Yeah, let's take Archon. Play Saga. Now the question is, do we play Talisman? I don't think so. Maybe I wasn't supposed to use Bobble. I don't know why I was thinking I could... Alright, let's pass. Fertile Tutor. Cavern Pass. Okay, Vault was a very good draw. Now it's likely they go Loran and kill our Saga. But then we have Constructs going. Could play Wishclaw. Then that gets hit by Loran and we don't get Constructs. Okay, we have to make Constructs. We go Chromox. Hopefully they didn't draw Soul Land. They imprint Dungeoneer. Play Miria's Call. Play Loran. Are they going to target Saga? We make a thing. Saga goes down. We play Wishclaw. We can copy Bobble. No, we only have Wonders as Bobble. Let's play Wishclaw. Play Bobble. Get to attack. They usually have like a 1 of Caracas that we really don't want to see. I don't think we need to Bobble yet. I might just want a bigger construct, like just straight up. I will actually cry if they have Caracas. Drawing cards because they probably have to. That's a good one. Okay, it's not a good one. They could have touch, flicker a construct. I think it's supposed to Bobble. I get to find out. They have nothing, it's just the Chromox. That's good for us. That's a good draw. Let's play Wishclaw. Pump our construct back up. Smash for 6. It's not over yet. But close. They're probably forced to draw again. Okay. And they're probably going to block and draw. That's a good one. Oh, I should have copied it. Definitely should have copied it. Oh, it's okay. We probably have lethal with like tendrils. In fact, we do. So what they do here, they block, and draw. We draw Duress. Loran goes down. We Duress, activate, play Haywire Might, activate, LED Opal. No, none of that works. Can't Duress first. You know, one of the cards is Chromox. Mindbreak Trap could blow us out, right? If they have Mindbreak Trap in their hand and we go activate, Ritual, activate, play these. Then we give them 2 Wishclaw. We don't have Cabal Ritual. I think I already said that, but could activate, play Haywire Might, activate. 1, 2, oh, that's the play. Wait. Activate, play Haywire Might, activate Haywire Might. Then we have 1, 2. We can Duress. No, then we can't really use Tutor. Well, we could use Tutor, LED, LED. Then we can't Duress. I'm gonna Duress and pass. So it's just Chromox. Alright, we got him. Now on to the tough game. Easier decision making as far as boarding goes. I guess not even necessarily, right? It's like, what are you doing? Bring in Baubles into their Chalice on 0? Or bring in Cabal Rituals because it is better against Chalice on 0? I think I'll bring him in over Duress. Cabal Therapy is pretty bad too. Let's try this. Come on, Saga stuff. No Saga stuff. Close to a turn 1 otherwise. I think we're supposed to keep this. They mull to 5. They're looking for very specific hands. They have to mull to them, and then sometimes a fast hand can get them. Tap to pass. No Chalice, no Chalice, no Chalice. Yes! Opal, please. Dark Ritual works too. Boom. Boom, baby, boom. Just don't trap me. Please don't trap me. Hey, we're in there. Come on, deck, don't fail me now. There are a lot of sideboard cards in there. Ooh, that's tendrils. Oof. Okay, do we have enough? We have a very high storm count. There's a Cabal Ritual in there. We have 1 black. 1, 2. So we have the 2 that we need. We're gonna watch out for like Fairy Macabre. So we can put 1, 2 baubles in the yard. Even if this doesn't hit threshold, do we have it? 2, 3. I don't think we do. But I don't think we're supposed to keep going either. Let's imprint a black card, play a bauble, play a bauble. Is there any reason to not play or play LED? I don't really know how it could matter. There's no other card we can get in the graveyard. No other baubles. No dark ritual. So one fairy macabre won't do it. They'd have to have two. They had neither. Can't Thoughtseize. We can... 1 mana to play with. We just play LED. Haywire Might. And then get him with Tendrils. You only have 3 cards in hand, so you can't really get us with Solitude. Like double Solitude or whatever. Alright, we got him. See you in round 2. Alright, here we are in round 2. We are 1-0, undefeated against We Are Venom. I do apologize. I thought I had enough time in between to start rendering some video, so there's some videos rendering in the background. Hopefully it doesn't disrupt things too much. But let's move right into this. We have won the die roll, and this is a reasonable opener. We get to turn 1 Thoughtseize. That's an incidental life gain. Plenty of land drops for Wasteland, Disruption, eventual route to victory. They have mulliganed. Generally good for Thoughtseize decks, especially when we are leading on turn 1 Thoughtseize. So we'll vault. A little bit laggy here. Thoughtseize. Alright, so we do see Wasteland. It's probably smartest to just take the Murktide. Although I guess Brazen Bar is kind of annoying. But if I know Delver, they'll be able to cast this pretty quickly. Either way. Brazen Bar can be very annoying with Infernal Tutor trying to go off, though. You can also just take Bauble. It makes their hand pretty awkward. I'm going to take Brazen Borrower. Maybe I should have Baubled first to inform my Thoughtseize. I got a Force of Will coming, okay. So the rest can take care of that. We play Bauble. And Bauble themselves. So we might not get it. We might not be getting Wastelanded here. Unless they like the top card anyways. If they don't, simply shuffle. And pass the turn. Thoughtseize was a good draw. Adventurous Fair. We take Force of Will. No, I'm going to try to Thoughtseize this Murktide. Okay, they don't force it. Yeah, I don't think we're close enough to going off here. Alright, this finished. At least one of these are done. The other one, more than halfway, and now it's going to go quicker now that the other one's done, so it should be a little bit less laggy. Okay, sorry, so this is their hand. Wasteland's probably going to be rough. Imagine they're going to hit Vault. We play Volcanic instead. I don't get it. We could start gaining life, but then they'll probably Wasteland Adventurous Fair. Whereas, they'll want to Duress. You draw another action piece, we'll want to Infernal Tutor or Duress. You draw another Duress, we're not going to want to Infernal Tutor it, so I think I'm just going to hold on. Oh, that's obnoxious. Okay, well, they didn't get 2 cards out of it. And they're still going to hold off on this Wasteland. They're really holding out for Saga, I guess. Okay, so we found more discard. We play Vault. We play Opal. We play Duress. Duress, take a Force. Now we can take our shot. 2, 4, 5, 6. We can Thoughtseize now. Take Force of Will. And Infernal Tutor for Ad Nauseam. I'm not so sure that we're favored here. We could have taken Murktide, made the same play, but then they have Saga covered, which is why they've been, I suppose, intelligently holding on to this Wasteland. But at this point, I gotta imagine they use it, probably on Vault of Whispers, and we just gotta hope that we draw. We have a ton of outs. Literally any artifact, any 0-cost artifact, including Bauble, as long as they didn't draw Daze. Dark Ritual, Cabal Ritual, yes, they hit Vault. Ooh, they have double Wasteland. So that's horrendous for us. It's pretty much GG there. Double Wasteland got us. Okay. Game 2. I like to bring a needle. Just take out a Cabal Ritual. Yeah, we could have taken Murktide, and it would have been a game. Then they still would have double wastelanded us and played Darcy. Here we go, game 2. This is honestly pretty good. It's pretty weak to Meltdown. Otherwise, it's pretty good. They have mulliganed. They might just counter Pithing Needle. They play Darcy, Bobble, mill over a Murktide, Bobble us, draw off the Bobble. Big draw, Bobble. Let's play Saga. They run Bobble. Not really much reason to hold on to it. We go Ponder on top. The odds are they're going to want, if they have Meltdown, they're probably going to want to hold on to it a little bit. And we are really hoping to draw into some discards so that we could take it. Usually these hands are a lot more successful if we have some discard to go with it. Especially when we have 2 discard spells and they force a will the first one. You can even just Cabal Therapy for Meltdown pretty much at that point. In fact, Cabal Therapy would be the perfect draw. But they can hide it. Ponder, Surveil a Wasteland. Really want them to shuffle. Alright, they did indeed shuffle. Okay, so we hit discard, that's good. Very, very good. Let's play Adventures Fair. Let's Duress. I just want to take Ponder. They might force a will Chrome Box. Ew. Should probably actually just take Iteration. Let's take Iteration. Let's play Chrome Mox. Oh, I thought about playing this first. I really should have. I mean, we're still going to get a Saga token next turn, but yeah, they're going to force this. Yeah, we definitely misplayed there. They hit us again. They drew Counterbalance, which I don't really care about. They Ponder and Force in hand. It's a good draw. Alright, let's make a thing. Do I want Shadow Spear yet? Yeah, I think we do need it. And then we can play Saga. Pass it over. Now we get to gain life off of Inventor's Fair. Just gonna dodge Meltdown. Like for a couple turns here, too. But once again say that we are not favored. Almost done rendering. Whoa. I shocked in that steam vents. Surveil Bauble. They had Force Well, but they did Brainstorm, so they may have gotten rid of it at this point. They do have to worry about counterbalance stuff. They shuffled. Gain a life. It's a good draw. Let's see if we can get a Dark Ritual through. Wasteland on top. Perfect. Alright, nice. Now we can equip. And do we want to make it now? Worse against Meltdown, but I don't think they have Meltdown unless they shuffled it right into their hand. So let's get the extra point of damage and life gain. They scoop it up. Nice. Pithing Needle gets there. You'll notice that I don't bring in Haywire Might. As you can see, we did not care about counterbalance there. And I feel like often enough that is the case, and it's just such an awful draw otherwise. Like, are we ever going to wind up in a spot where we wish we had put it in the deck? Probably. That doesn't make it correct to play it, right? Okay. This is quite the hand. I don't think I can pass up on this. Definitely has its problems, but I think it's worth keeping. It's not a bad one. Let's go Bobble, Bobble, Saga, Bobble, Thoughtseize. We don't want to see Brainstorm here. Yep. We can Bobble them. In fact, we probably should have bobbled them before this Thoughtseize even. They had a Force Negation on top, which is certainly good to know. We take that Meltdown for sure. We are going to wind up bobbling. They're going to Wasteland us. It's okay. You know, Ponder first. Ponder shuffled. They waste us. Let's bobble again. Force on top. Let's get some more sagas going. Come on. Ew. Those were not good draws. Double one-ofs. You don't want to draw either of these cards. Like, I guess Burning Wish is okay. We're just gonna run into a force and blow this opal. I guess we're kind of in garbage time, because I don't think they have a red source, right? If I'm not mistaken, we have perfect information. No, they have one unknown. They have one unknown from their random ponder shuffle. Because that force of will they just drew. Alright, come on, lock it up. Lock it up. Pass the turn. Pass the turn, draw a saga. GG. Move on. Okay. They did not lock it up. Here comes Darcy. I gotta imagine that fourth card is a blue card. Ritual is definitely interesting. Let's cast it. Force of negation, pitching, ponder. Okay. We have game against all this. Meltdown's still a problem, always a problem. Currently our game plan is Wishclaw, get forced. Now they get double Darcy. We want to hit mana. I think we still want to force the force. Force the force. They might let it go. Well, they do force it. So now they're out of gas. Our best draw is City of Traders. Ancient Tomb works. That was their best draw. Because why not? They leave it on top. Gotta love when Delver does this. What did they leave in their hand? Daze? That doesn't actually help. Alright. They kept the lethal spell on top. So now we go to 3. We just need to draw a black source or a red source. Because then we get to Pier. Down to 1 life. Come on, baby. Come on. Oh my god, we hit it. We hit it. What's in your hand, OP? Well, if it's days, I'm going to be super sad. Okay, no longer going to be super sad. What an epic way to end this game. We beat days. Obviously, we lose to Cluster. What do you got, OP? What do you got? You got nothing! Come on! Wow. What a wild game. So we do have a land drop. Let's play some stuff out. No City of Traders. Pendrils is not in our hand. We do have Wishclaw, so we can't get got by like Surgical. Let's play Opal out. Ritual. Ball Ritual. Shame. Scoop to Duress. What do you got? What do you got over there? Raisin Borrower. Interesting. So they could get us if we went for Infernal Tutor. But we don't have to do that. Because we have Wishclaw Talisman. I cannot believe we pulled this game off. Cannot believe it. But we did. We're 2-0, baby. On to round 3. Round 3 against Jujubee 2004. We have lost the die roll. We will keep this hand. Pretty sure this is a Blue-Red Delver player. This might be a little too heavy on lands, but we're certainly going to do some wasteland dodging. Opponent has taken a mulligan and turn 1 Delver. Chromox was probably the worst draw in the deck. I'm just going to play well, yeah, I'll fire off this Duress. Get one of these Ponders. Now they get to see, okay, they're going to flip Snuff out. Ponder. 2, 3, 4, 7. Can't add Nas even if we draw LED. Let's play out a Wishclaw. Pass it over. Life total is certainly dwindling. Thoughtseize. Interesting. We still don't have enough. Getting 2 Thoughtseizes is quite costly. That'd be an ad nos from 7. Assuming we don't use Ancient Tomb. I'll play out this Ancient Tomb. I'm not even sure if I'm going to wind up casting Thoughtseize. We might just play around days and say whatever to force a will, but they haven't cast anything. So they are going to waste us. They draw ad nauseum itself. That's interesting. So play Vault. Thoughtseize, we have 3, 4. This can go up to 5. Force plus days, we'd have to wait. What did they do with that Ponder a while back? They shuffled. I guess they're just as likely to have daze or force. If they have both, we're screwed either way. The difference is we save 2 life if they have daze, but not force. So let's play to them having daze, which simply means going for it. Imprint dot seize, and then just cast ad nauseum. Play around daze, lose the force. They had force. And a bolt. They still could have also had daze, right? And now, well, let's take a peek. They did not have daze. It's alright, we took a 50-50 guess and missed. It happens. We still would have had to, what, we were at 11, getting bolted to 8, thought C's down to 6. We would have had to 1 mana floating, win off an Adnaz from 6. Which is not impossible for this deck, but whereas if they had daze, not force, we'd be looking at 2 more life. And we didn't know about bolts, obviously. Okay, so needle in, Cabal Ritual out. Let's go. This does turn off the line of being able to Infernal Tutor for a second Cabal Ritual. That is not lost on me. Okay, I think I am supposed to keep this. I'm not in love with it, but I'm going to keep it. Opponent keeps on 7. Going to bobble them. Meltdown. That is exactly the sort of thing that we are terrified of. But we have a reasonable chance to discard it, especially if we draw another discard spell. The problem, of course, is that we pretty much lose the brainstorm here. So that's good for us. Ooh, that's good as well. It's worth noting we don't yet actually have a game plan, though. We're preventing some of the scarier things from happening. Well, we don't actually have something going ourselves. Just considering Cabal Ritualing here, because if they force... I think I'd rather use Cabal Ritual than Lotus Petal. It does kind of telegraph them to not force this. However, if they did force it without using Cabal Ritual, we would have had to use Petal to Cabal Therapy, which is pretty bad. They're gonna daze it? Now this is puzzling. It's a very confusing play to me. Okay. Instant artifact. So we're gonna make them a 3/3 if we hit counterbalance. Or we can just leave them with counterbalance lightning bolts. I think that's the play. Lay out the Shadow Spear. It'd be really nice if we drew a Saga. It's awkward that it blows up City, but it's still our best draw. Wishclaw is also a good draw. Infernal Tutor, Adnaz. Yep, they're just trying to get Delirium. 1 card on top, so they probably left a land for counterbalance. Not draw Saga. Alright, now Infernal Tutor is looking even better. I guess they have Force in their hand. Oh! It has to be Force, right? Otherwise you wouldn't leave it on top. Or would you leave a Daze on top? If it was Meltdown, they'd cast it. If it was Daze, they would have surveilled it. Problem is if they drop blue land, they play counterbalance. Although maybe not, if they're holding on to Force. I think I still should go for it, though. It could just be a bolt. No, they would have cast it before attacking. It's not a cantrip. Oh, we don't play through days anyways. Yeah, I guess we wait. Yep, here comes counterbalance. Question is, did they forego their Force plus blue card? Surveil a wasteland. Like now I think we go for it no matter what. Interesting draw. To play this, we don't have to crack LED yet. We get to wait and see what this triggers up to. Yeah, I'm just gonna pass. I gotta get bailed out by Saga. Infernal Tutor is not a bad draw though. Does that make him get a Saga? Excuse me. Left a card on top. Gain a life. Draw. No Saga. We can activate Inventor's Fair. To get Wishclaw, we'd have to use LED and Petal. So not much use doing that. This is a meltdown for 2 for some reason. Brotherhood's End. Oh, Murktide. Yeah, unfortunately, I think we lose to that too. Saga's too late now. Oh, I can't get a Wishclaw. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5, Wishclaw, 3, 2. Yeah. We are dead. GG's. Alright, we're 2-1. See you in round 4. Alright, here we are back with round 4. We are 2-1. We're playing against Urza Enjoyer. And woof, that was an intense die roll battle. Tied at 2, tied at 6. And then, of course, we rolled a 1. Lost it. This hand is... They're keeping on 7. This hand... We can't keep that hand. But I'll keep this. Let's bottom... Actually, I'm going to bottom Cabal Ritual. Mountain Spirit Guide. Oh, please don't. Oh, okay. Engineer. Chrome Mox would be nice. Thoughtseize is fine. Hopefully we can Thoughtseize the only artifact in their hand. Not the case. Well, kind of. They can't really bring anything back if they don't have an artifact in play. They played City. Oh, that's pretty brutal for us. Oh, it's a May. So they chose not to. Interesting. I feel like you're supposed to discard these cards there, right? And draw 3. Not a terrible draw. Not so sure it does anything to target them. Also not sure there's a reason not to. No, there is. I don't want to discard. I want that in their hand, not in their graveyard. Right, this is... Yeah, only when it enters. We could discard ourselves to work towards Cabal Ritual, but I don't think that's going to come up. We just don't have the density of cards for that. So I think we're dead next turn, though. Really want to draw LED here. Jeez. It's another Weldon Painter, or Grindstone, rather. And they play Mountain. Activate, and then in response, they can Engineer. Hold priority. Yep. Which means we're dead. Alright, Future may discard there. Now, this is typically a great matchup for us. We don't want ley lines. Fatal Push is pretty good, but really I think we just want Haywire Might and Needle. Reduce discard a little bit. Yeah, we'll leave it like this. Alright, this hand is great. Yeah, turn 1 Duress, turn 2 kill you. Seems pretty good to me. Take that Thorn. And they play Welder. We gotta restart Moto. Great Furnace, Welder, Dark Ritual, LED. Just gotta hope they didn't draw Mindbreak Trap. Only thing that gets us here. Wishclaw. We can play Chrome Mox. And trigger on the stack. Make black. You don't have to hold priority. The trigger gives you priority. So activate Wishclaw. And put up an Adnaz. We do not have a land drop. We've got a pretty solid start. Looks like we definitely got there. Alright, that's good enough. You do want to be careful. They do run Bolt in their deck. We don't have to worry about it because we know they don't. They would need Spirit Guide and Bolt, and there's only one unknown. But I will take a peek, because why not? They drew another Welder. Play out some artifacts. Pedal, pedal, pedal. Get a little more info. I was going to say they should scoop to the bauble. Actually, I don't know how to get back in when it's a challenge, to be honest. So I want to restart Moto, but I think it automatically pops you back in, but just in case. We have plenty of time in the clock, so I do apologize for the lagginess, but I don't want to risk it. Maybe I should have played a Fatal Push over one of my discard on the draw. Okay, this hand is pretty good. As long as we can dodge a turn 1 Thorn. But even then, we do have a plan against it. Part keeps on 7. Welder. Okay. Oh, that was a great draw. Now we can Thoughtseize. They can certainly muster up hands that are still problematic here. Magus is an interesting non-bow. They can weld artifacts. So I guess we take Magus. Yes, they're gonna play Painter either way, right? This is what I mean by they can still give us problems. And his card is kind of whatever. Painter they can play, and then Saga works towards the combo. If we leave Magus, that stops our situation. We're so close to an ad nos anyways, so how do we just delay them? Take Magus and a Braid, then they play Painter off a Saga, and their Saga pops off turn before ours, but all we gotta do is hit one more mana in the next 2 turns. We take Painter, they can weld it. It is kind of awkward though. I'm gonna take Magus and a Braid. I honestly don't know that it's correct, but I'm sick of thinking about it. I suppose it's also worth noting if we use this bauble, they can weld us. Not really sure if that's a bad thing. They're probably just going to attack us here. Okay, they play the Mutt. I guess this makes sense. They play the Mutt and discard Painter. Then they can weld it back in. We want to hit Dark Ritual, Petal, Opal. I think we bauble. Another Painter, that doesn't really help them. Weld out Opal. That's fine. We drew an LED. We are dead 2 turns from now. We basically got to hope that this bauble draws us into a Dark Ritual, because we've kind of gone the route of letting them weld us. We'll play LED out. We might weld that instead. We have to win next turn, though. Actually, kind of wound up unfortunate that we drew this ad nauseum. Well, I guess not necessarily. We haven't drawn a tutor. May have just been wrong to use the bubble. See, if we use it now, they probably swap our LED in our upkeep. Then they can't swap Painter. So they then go to their turn. Tap, kick Grindstone. 1/2 swap Painter. All they would need is 1 mana. At the same time, I think we just have to hit Dark Ritual here. I mean, if they swap with one of our vaults, then we're in trouble. Unless we had double Dark Ritual. We've got a Magus. Interesting. A Braid. Oh boy. That's not good for us. We drew Dark Ritual, which is good for us. Basically means we win. Doesn't matter what we play. I guess I'll play Vault. Unless they have Trap, of course. But we know, I think we know both of these cards. Obviously, Magus is there, and I think if they discarded a Painter early on, they still have the one that we saw. So unless we lose to ourselves, I think we got it here. Super laggy. No land drop. Not looking too bad so far. Still no initial mana source, but we do have a Dark Ritual. Oh, come on. Alright, there's the Petal. So I think we got there. Storm is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. More than enough Storm. Yeah, we're good. Do not wish to repeat this. We gotta be careful about this welder. And really, we only need one of these LEDs. Maybe that's not true. Storm is 6. We can play Talisman. Oh, we can also just needle the welder. But we could play Talisman, then play LED. No, then they can weld out Talisman. So we gotta play Needle. Good thing we drew that. Now it's easy street. Come on. Laggy, laggy. Go get Tendrils. And finish them off. Nice. We're 3-1. On to round 5. Alright, here we are back in round 5. We are 3-1. Still live for the top 8 against Addicted. We have lost the die roll. And we have a powerful hand. This would be much more powerful in the play. This makes me miss having a higher density of Ancient Tomb in the deck. These Petal, Thoughtseize, active Saga hands. But pretty good hand against Initiative, whether they start on Chalice on 0 or not. Well, so many lists are not playing Chalice in the main deck now. They kept on 7. Okay, here we go. Opponent starts with Ancient Tomb, Lotus Petal. That's red. Fable. Huh. Interesting. Let's go Petal Thoughtseize. Is it Painter, or is it just, does Boros Initiative play Fable? I think they do. They do. Huh. So we gotta play both Thoughtseizes here. And crazy enough, we might actually have this beat. It's gonna be tough though. We're gonna take 2, they're gonna Spellbinder miss. I would imagine they discard the city, keep the Spellbinder. They also discarded a petal that they drew. Nice. Okay. I think we have to take all this. Spirit Guide, alright, more pressure. Make a thing. Let's draw Opal. Petal. Bauble. Oh, right, we already have Shadow Spear in play, so... Okay. Radiant's Bauble was not a bad draw. Now we can get Opal. Play Inventor's Fair. We can equip. Oh, they have us swords. So we go to 9. Are we dead? I can copy this. 2, 4, 7. They got 9 coming in. We can block 2. We go to 2. We go up to 3. Then we can equip, attack. It's close. Did they draw another one? You gotta be kidding me. Come on. 6. That just puts me to 1 instead, right? Does 1 more total damage. They're gonna hold these back. No. Make a thing. We're gonna block here. Take 8. Am I supposed to crack Bobble? If we don't, so we go to 2. Let's say we draw an artifact. Make this a 5/5, 6/6, gain 6. We go to 8. And they're going to come in for more than that. So we need to draw LED Burning Wish. So we have to draw 2 cards. So we have to bobble. 6, 8. Yeah, because we can't hold this back. Otherwise, they just only attack with flyers. We're so close, though. 2, 5, 6, 8. Yeah. Gotta use bobble. There's LED. Gain a life. Swamp. Not looking good enough. Maybe I wasn't supposed to double Thoughtseize, but I don't think we had a choice. So now for no artifact can win. Pass the turn and die. Man, that swords. That swords got us good. Just literally attack us for 7. Oh, Tutor was next card. Damn, that would have saved us because could have like tendrils to gain more life. Okay, game 2. So I feel like a lot of these Boros decks just haven't been playing Chalice at all. I'm only going to bring in 1 Might. I'm tempted to not bring in any, if I'm being honest. I think it's just Archon that we're worried about. Let's try this. I'm going to ignore Chalice, especially since we're on the play. Pretty sure Boros just relies on coming at you super fast with a bunch of initiative, as well as Archon of Emeria. Alright, game 2 on the play, and I'd say we keep these. They go turn 1 Archon. Archon will have a Petal in play, and we can play Swamp. So we can still go turn 1 Saga. Is that true? We go Saga, they go turn 1 Archon. We have Petal in play. We play Swamp, we can only make 1. Bauble for info. Dungeoneer. I think the risk is worth it. Because if you delay this, even like one of the strengths here is that we can activate a turn 1 Saga. And if you don't, you can just get run over by initiative. So hopefully this is White Plume. Okay, good. Considerably better for us than Archon. Should be able to race this. We also just have a pier. Turn 3. So now we go City. Where are you gonna go? Lost Well. 1 top, 1 bottom. Get in for 3. Caracas. That'll be a Dungeoneer. You did see Dungeoneer. Yep. Dungeoneer. They go into the stash. Now they can swords if they want. But we're just gonna pier them. 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. So we have exact, we can't Thoughtseize. 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. I'm fine with that. Lose all of our resources. Doesn't matter. Peer into Disbis. Draw 25. How you like me now? Oh, baby. It's a lot of dark rituals. It's duress, caves, walking ballista, otherwise known as nothing. I don't know why I prefer to use Wishclaw. Something about getting rid of my whole hand is concerning. And of course we drew one. We could also attack. And get him with the tendies. Got him, got him, got him, got him. Alright, game 3. Alright, so this is the tough one. I think I'm going to maintain that we don't have to worry about Chalice, which means not playing Haywire Might, which means having higher availability for discard. On the draw, that's probably less relevant, so I probably just want more baubles, right? Let's try this. We're also banking on them being very afraid and mulliganing low for Archon, because then we can take advantage with basically the few things that happen in these matchups. Either they just have a turn 1 Archon and we have a fast hand that dies to Archon, or they have turn 1 initiative and we have a Saga hand that dies to initiative. Sometimes their Saga hands can be fast enough to deal with their initiative. Or they play their initiative hand and then we kill them with their fast hand. It's basically like 4 things that can happen. I think we keep this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We get to duress. It's a little bit dicey, but it has a lot of what we need for success. Don't want to see Archon. Okay. Turn 1 Fable. Okay with that. So our goal is to put together a kill before they can initiative us. Alright, so they have a caves coming up and a ballista to accelerate. We don't have to worry about Archon, at least thus far. I'm not sure that we can afford to not bobble. If we draw LED, that's perfect. Otherwise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess Ritual as well. But LED works even if we use Bobble. Dark Ritual doesn't. I think I'm supposed to Bobble. I have another Fable coming up. We drew Cabal Ritual, which has potential. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are likely going to be able to turn this on. That also makes Dark Ritual a good draw again. 2, 4, 6. They can actually... No, they can't double up. They can Ballista and Caves. They've also gone down to 14 here. We might be able to get them next turn, just with Tendrils. Oh, so they played Caves. What am I missing here? I'm missing something. Oh, they discarded Ballista and Fable. So they have City, Plains in hand. I think that does it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be 8 if we can turn it on, and I think we can. So if we play Bobble, we put one of these opals in the graveyard. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice. So let's kill Ballista. And just let it die. Okay. And I think we just have a lethal. Bobble you, Chromox on top. 7 cards. Cabal Ritual. 6, 7, 8. Oh yeah, baby. Infernal Tutor. Might as well Infernal Tutor. Tendrils. Nice. We are 4-1. Still live for top 8. See you in round 6. Alright, here we are in round 6. We're playing against Wonder Pro. Doomsday Master. We are on the draw. We lost the die roll. We have... It's possible this hand is too slow, but I'm going to keep it. We have a good chance to, or a reasonable chance to actually duress them. We do have a route to victory that is consistent. I think on average we lose, but we probably lose more often on a mulligan. Best draw would probably be like Chrome Mox, Petal, LED, really anything that just lets us duress here. Unfortunate. Now the question is, do we double down? I think we do. Oh, we probably didn't want to do that on our turn, though. That was a mistake. That was definitely a mistake. That is a good draw, but we may have just given it away. Okay, they got a Brainstorm. You know they have Doomsday in hand. They're probably looking for another land and Dark Ritual. Perfect would be land, Dark Ritual, Petal, Obviously, this Doomsday plus a Cycler, then we're dead. So they certainly have combinations of cards to kill us. They can certainly discard us, wind up with Disruption in their own hand, but we have draws that can kill them next turn, even through Disruption. Make a Ritual Doomsday. I'm probably more afraid of, Thoughtseize. They did shuffle, though, so this Brainstorm is in their hand, but so they might feel... they might feel pressured to take Petal here. Might be able to draw out of it. No, they just take the Tutor. That was a great draw. Okay, so we play Vault. We should have played Petal before playing Vault, but not the end of the world. It's tempting to Cabal Ritual here. Cabal Ritual lets us make a thing and double discard. They could counter it, but that's fine. They counter it, it's fine. Then I'll use this Petal to discard them. They're gonna daze. That's interesting. Very interesting. I think I'm fine with delaying tokens. Now, again, last turn, I know how important these discard spells are because last turn they brainstormed and then fetched away, so they're not like hiding a Doomsday on top, you know what I mean? So now we take Brainstorm and Doomsday. And hope they don't draw into a Doomsday. Just gonna dodge it for a couple turns here. Ponder was a pretty good draw for them. Ponder, no shuffle, personal tutor. Okay. Oh, that was a great draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. So now we just win. Ripping the toots. Toot toot. Toot toot toot. From 18. We do not have a land drop. That looks pretty lethal to me. Oh yeah. Okay, good enough. Nice. So we're up a game against Doomsday. This is a favorable matchup. However, losing the die roll is definitely a way to fall behind. So stealing that game is huge. I don't think, and I'm just gonna check again, but I don't think there's anything we actually bring in. You could play Spellbomb for Shouldered. Honestly, a lot of times we just kind of dodge that and just kill him with Adnaz. It's not a huge problem. We don't need these for anything. Yeah, I mean, you could like needle cyclers, but right? I think you can needle Street Wraith, right? It's bad though. None of it's good. We're fine. I guess we don't need Shadow Spear. I'd rather just have a card that draws a card. Awkward, we have Ad Nauseam in our hand. We do have discard. I think we keep this. I'm not thrilled, but I really don't like mulliganing in this matchup. They mulled to 6. We are hoping they cantrip pass. We don't want to see Personal Tutor. However, sometimes you can screw with Personal Tutor by taking their Dark Ritual or something like that. Turn 1 Doomsday, however, is pretty good against this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 6. So Infernal Tutor wins. Dark Ritual wins. I think that's it. Infernal Tutor and Dark Ritual. I think that's it. And Burning Wish. So that's 5, 9 outs. So we have like, I don't know, 17, 18% outer, something like that. Oh my goodness. Does not beat Days. Running hot. We take these though. They most certainly take these. Still doesn't beat Days. Oh, damn, we got him. We are on to the final round. We are X-1. We are live for top 8. I think we're live even if we lose the next match. It's not guaranteed, but we're doing it. We're doing it. See you in the final round. Okay, here we are in round 7. We are 5-1. We are live for top 8, whether we win or lose. If we win, we are 100% in it. If we lose, we have a chance. We're against H.J. Kaiser. This hand, we probably have to throw it back, but it has the makings of a busted hand, right? These 4 cards create busted starts. We're on the draw, so we get a draw, and we get a redraw from Bauble. Ugh, I really want to keep it, but I'm going to mull. Alright, this hand is certainly more stable, a little more slow going. Let's bottom to the Cabal Ritual or the Saga. Probably Cabal Ritual. Hopefully they're on like a fair blue deck. Tundra. Tundra sometimes means fair. We get to start with Saga, which is awesome. Let's go Saga, Petal, LED, Opal, Thoughtseize. Probably gonna Brainstorm, which is obnoxious. Okay. Don't care about Force. I think we take Stoneforge here. Yeah, let's take Stoneforge. Hopefully they don't have Step Through or Cephalid. A Nomad. Delta. Ponder would also be very scary. Okay. Opal was not very good. Our best draw there was probably Cabal Therapy. It is certainly likely that we are dead. Okay, they are fetching. That's good news. Fetching the third land. I don't know what that means. Oh, it's just a Cephalid. Alright, they got us. I'm not interested in seeing it. I know what's going on. So Haywire Mites are good. Needle's good. Fatal Push could be worth it. It's probably worth it. Definitely want our discard though. Cut some baubles. I want to go fast, but Cabal Ritual isn't particularly great. Like, I'm not that desperate to go fast. I think it's more important that I disrupt them. These cards are just too efficient at stopping what they're doing. Fatal Push might be a little too reactive. Oh, this hand is fine. This is fine. Like, it's possible it's too slow, right? But for the most part, this hand is very likely to do well. Like, if they just have thing 1 into thing 2, sure, you got us, but no white source to start, so no 1-2 punch. Ancient Tomb. Get in for 1. K-Wire Might will deal with anything Stoneforge is going to bring. Or Shuko. We're beating their Saga stuff. Yeah, that is scary. But now we can get Needle. We get Needle for Nomad, Haywire Might for Shuko. Shuko comes out of Saga. Ooh, it's a pretty good draw. I'll just get Needle for Nomad. I'm really not so sure what to name here. We have our bases covered. I guess Prismatic Ending is probably the most threatening card. But I don't think they run all that many. Swords, also. Maybe I name something more common first. But I don't necessarily want to sacrifice one of these constructs. I think honestly, probably the most important thing is just seeing their hand. Well, we could lose to Prismatic Ending on Needle. No, they would need white. Prismatic Ending on Haywire Might. Play Shuko. Same thing with Swords, but I'm going to say Prismatic Ending. Did not hit, but they don't currently have a way to deal with all this. Well, we definitely attack. Take 9. We don't want to Cabal Therapy sacking Haywire Might, then they can just force it. Could sack a token, but then we're not really presenting lethal. I think we just hang tight here. Guess getting Coldra is a little bit obnoxious here. Reveal Shuko. Play Shuko. Okay, wait, so they played Plains? So they revealed what they drew. Playing Shuko. Played Stoneforge. So we have perfect information. If Force plus stays. Play Shuko. You can't just acquit. This isn't Nomads. They can't just do it a million times. You know what I mean? We can kill this. So we kill Shuko. Gain 2. It's exiled. They mill. Step through Ponder Cephalid. They have another Shuko coming out of Saga. Oh no. So I think we're dead. They chump with Stoneforge. They take 7. Then they get their other Shuko. I wonder if we weren't supposed to Haywire Might that early and let them mill their Shuko. Doesn't matter if or what we Cabal Therapy now. We have to hope they sided one of them out? I suppose that's possible. It stinks we couldn't Cabal Therapy before we needled. Yeah, there's the other Shuko. Alright, we'll let him play it out. This matchup for me has been like basically 50-50. It's always a really good matchup. Like I think this I don't think I played this perfectly. This was definitely within our grasp. But if we needled Shuko, our Haywire Might can't stop Nomads. It's a shame our Cabal Therapy missed. And there it is. Alright, they got us. Well, we gotta hope we made it. So either way, I will return and chat a little bit, whether it's, hey, we're in the top 8, here we go, or just final thoughts. I'll see you then. Okay, here we are. We made top 8, and we're playing against Shukenix? I don't know. We lost the die roll, so we're on the draw. Opponent has mulliganed. We have a interesting hand. It's not casting this ad nauseum for a bit. It has a slow route to victory. It has some disruption. I think we're supposed to keep this. Opponent is mulligan to 5. Feels like they're keeping 5, but who knows? Oh, looks like they're keeping on 5. We're getting unmasked. Pitching Dark Ritual. So it looks like Reanimator. They only have 3 cards. Really doesn't take much for them to string it together, though. Nothing that could do it right now, but they could go like land and tomb. Next turn, reanimate. They took our duress. So we play these out. I can dodge some further discard. And that LED at least ensures that we can use this opal so we can crack this bauble on their turn so we don't get discarded. Looting could be an okay draw, it depends. They could have a petal in their hand, but I doubt it. They're probably just passing again, which is good for us. Let's see Dark Ritual. Duress. Considering they discarded our Duress, I gotta imagine that's a good draw for us. 1, 2, 3, 4. And Bauble should ensure that we draw. All we gotta do is draw 1 mana source next turn and we can add Naz. Duress should be able to get us through this turn. Okay. So you need a black source, or a colored source gets them Ritual, Entomb, Exhume. Best way to stop that is to take either Ritual or Entomb, right? If we take Entomb, they hit a colored source, they could Looting into the nut. If we take Ritual, same thing. I feel like Entomb is the scarier card, though. So we'll take that, we'll pass. Could forego ad nauseum, just make constructs, but I think the odds of us not winning next turn is so slim. See if we can scout that last card. Wait, okay, this is from before. Exhume, it could be another Exhume, but likely a different card. And again, I think 2 draws to hit a mana source is reasonable. And there it is. Thoughtseize we don't need. We can tap this. I don't think it matters. I guess we can get Chrome Mox. No, I'd rather have Chrome Mox for the Adnos. So just tap the Opal, get another Opal. Choose this one. Play City. Hold Priority. Cast Adnos. I'll crack them both. Could make red, but we're fine. And off we go. Bubble, duress, ding, 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 ding. Ooh. Storm is only 1. We have a lot of mana. We can keep going. Petal's good. LED's good. Ritual's good. Petal's good. Ritual's good. Opal's good. Alright, they're dead. They are dead. So we got game 1, and this is actually a pretty good matchup for us, especially and obviously when we win game 1. Get some more info with this bauble. Oops, we already have one. Land. Let's duress them. So they drew enemy dead. And get them attendees. Alright, game 2 it is. So now we get to hopefully blindside them with the ley line. We want Haywire Might. We want Spellbomb. We want Helm. Here. And Echo. And we take Ad Nauseam out. We take Burning Wish out. Take out some discard, certainly on the draw. Some of the mana. And Baubles. And Shadow Spear is not necessary. Let's go. We will be mulling pretty hard to Leyline. The objective is to get Leyline, Haywire Might, and beat down with Saga. There are certainly other ways to win, but that's probably the most common, because usually we're mulliganing down to, a small hand. So the easiest way to kill the opponent with low resources is just Saga. And you want a certain density of discard, because you want to be able to discard their Serenity and Wear and Tear. And you want Haywire Might so that when you put Leyline into play, if you can get Haywire Might into play as well, you can stop their Serenity. It's kind of like a lock. Whereas without Haywire Might, you're just waiting for them to put a Serenity into play, which tends to wipe our entire board. Okay, this hand is kind of on the fritz. Obviously, Leyline is very good. They did mulligan. I think we keep. Certainly on the weaker side. But we have a lot of really good draws. We're probably going to get discarded, and it's probably going to get super scrappy. So we'll see. So they kept on 6. We put in Leyline. And they probably unmask us or grief us. And then garbage time for 5 or 6 turns, and hopefully we hit a Saga. No discard. That's awesome. Vault of Whispers. Wishclaw is not a good draw. Play these out. I'm currently undecided whether I want to bobble or not. I think we're supposed to. Just because most likely draw in the deck is lands, right? And that's what we need most of. Like, if we can hit Vault of Whispers... Oops, sorry, my phone was going off. Oh, shit. We're getting hit. Let's see if they got some follow-up. They do not. I think we are under the gun to bobble here. G-Daddy in hand. Draw. LED's decent. That would have been perfect had we not bobbled. But we did. It's funny because this is normally a bobble too. Uh-oh, now what? Here comes looting. Do they have the reanimate? They might at least have like only a 2-mana one. And then we might be able to draw into something to be able to discard them. And that's definitely not the case because they discarded Reanimate in addition to their Grizzlebrand, so there's an Animate Dead or Exhume here. We are in trouble. Big time. We're not completely out of it. They could draw 14, whiff, and then die to Tendrils. Usually, we're going to get discarded multiple times here. But say they have 2 discard, right? Then they hit Ritual, Wishclaw. We could hit LED still. 1, 2, 3. Well, that wouldn't be enough. But it would be enough to echo. And potentially get there. Yep. Comes 1 discard. Gotta imagine they hit Dark Ritual. Although it depends. If they have 2 discard, they might actually just hit Wishclaw, right? That would be the smartest. So we have no way of actually winning next turn. As if we hit action, we can't cast Ritual or go into the action. If we hit something, turn on Opal and Ritual, then we won't have action. In the event that they discard both Wishclaws. Okay, so they take Ritual. Leads me to believe they might just be passing here. Whoa. Come on, LED. Come on, LED. Okay, that's something. Okay, do we want to spin the wheel? It's probably the most realistic route to victory. Just hoping we draw into like a Tendril skill. Yeah, let's do it. Spin it to win it. Come on, baby. Spin it. Does not look like this does it. We also didn't hit mana to Thoughtseize, and we gave them a Wishclaw, so we're probably dead. But let's play it out. Let's bobble them. Unmask. Okay. Do your worst, OP. As they draw 14 cards on top of their 8 with a tutor. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, they have 15 cards in hand. Oh no, my mask! They took Helm. Interesting. Claw's dicey. Took both of my masks off. Triple unmask. To be expected. Let's see, we do have a draw coming up, or a double draw because of Bobble. So let's say it's LED plus Tutor. There is more coming from the opponent, but we would have to make a token to get black. So make a token, 1, 2, total of 5. No, I don't think we have an out, but we do get another turn. I feel like a lot of these Reanimator decks have stopped playing Iona, and they've stopped playing Chancellor, which means they rely just upon Emissary, which means they put it on Sorcery, and so our out becomes Aether Spellbomb. Okay, there is Iona, so we do still have Aether Spellbomb, however. But we are dead next turn. That does put lethal on board. So we'd have to actually draw Spellbomb. I guess we can Inventor's Fair for it. No, we don't have enough mana. Yep, they got us. Alright, game 3. So this is where we're definitely favored. Do I want more discard? I don't think so. I think this is fine. It was very tempting to mulligan that hand. The problem with a hand like that, other than what happened, is now they know about Leyline. We kind of blew it on a shitty Leyline hand. Now they're going to be more prepared for it. But at the same time, we're on the play. I feel like we've had to work really hard for every single one of our wins today. They've been insane matches. Okay, here we go. Yes, I would like to play first. Yeah, we're keeping this. They mulligan to 6. So we have ley lines, we can drop our stuff on the board, and we can duress. They're mulling all the way down to 4. We get to dodge any discard. Probably the one weakness of this is if they draw into a Serenity. Let's play these out. We will duress. Okay. So this is only going to kill one of them. I feel like Show and Tell is probably scarier. Let's take that. And I'll still play the LED. Whatever, that's good enough. And now we're just hoping to draw something. Saga would be perfect. Infernal Tutor gets Saga. Tendrils. Possibly the worst draw in the deck. I guess Ley Lines as well. There are some bad ones. Play Catacombs. Are they going to panic blow up our LED? That's probably reasonable. It's a tough choice, right? It's not like tearing one of these is helping that much. Yeah, they didn't even get a white land. It's not like they have Tundra in their deck. Come on, Saga. Haywire Might is pretty good. Doesn't help against Show and Tell, but it definitely helps against Serenity. And not for nothing, little clock. A little bit of clockage. Okay, I'll put that one in. Whoops. Just missed that one. I have 3 unknown. Really like to draw at least discard. Like, no more mana. I need action or discard. Looting's kind of scary, but at least they go down a card. You're looting, unmask. I feel like they're working towards a Show and Tell now. I feel like we really need to hit discard or action here. More mana. Not good. Trying to thin their deck. You can get a white source here. I mean, odds are they don't have it, but they have seen a fair amount of cards. Maybe they have a wear and tear. Trying to figure out what to target. I feel like it's got to be Haywire Might and Leyline. Obviously it's Leyline, but I think Haywire Might's probably a more prime target than LED. Oh no. This looks like Show and Tell. They didn't make red, so it's not wear and tear. It's deciding which monster to put into play. They have options? Oh my god. No, we got nothing. Iona? Come on. If we hit Saga, we're good. But we need to hit it, like now. We did not. I think we're in trouble here. I can't believe they put it together. We have 4 Sagas, 1, I just can't believe we didn't hit any discard or action by this point. And they put Show and Tell monster together. Jeez. So Haywire Might does give us another turn. We can hit Spellbomb directly. Echo helps. What's it called too? The land. So we have 7 potential outs. It's not one of them. So we attack, and then we gain 2. Let's see, what do we target? Guess we target a Leyline maybe? Or just a Petal? Go to 1. Oh, also Helm wins. It's another out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's hit Vault. We gain 2 life either way. I can't, like, remove the Vault. Come on, baby, let's draw that Helm. Draw that Helm. Ooh, what does Burning Wish do for us? No, we don't have Burning Wish in our deck. Unmask, that's fine. Come on. That does not do it. don't believe there's any instant speed shenanigans we can pull off here. Oh my god, it was the next draw! It was the next card! Holy crap! Wow. Wow. That's crazy. Maybe they'll forget to attack. Oh my goodness. They saw the line. They attacked. Let's reveal it. Let's reveal it. Good games. Alright, we got knocked out. Damn, that was... Oh my god, this whole... this whole tournament was crazy. What a game, they said. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Good luck in the rest. Well, that's going to wrap it up. Let's go back to the list. We'll chat about it for a second there. Ooh, they're still chatting a little bit. Thanks, they said. We got knocked out. All right. So, okay. So, Adventures Fair, it would have been an out there. However, I'd say the whole time today was basically just a colorless land. Um, I have played a few other leagues with it as well. It comes up as being relevant, you know, if you have boatloads of mana, it's like the longest route to Pier that has ever been created. Unless you put Expedition Map in the deck. Then you could feasibly go Saga into Map, into Fair, into Wishclaw, into Burning Wish, into Pier. That would be, let's see, so 2 to activate map, plus 4, and this is effectively 5, so that's 7, plus 3 here, that's 10, 12, just a casual 19 mana line, don't worry about it. um, but yeah, other than that, deck kind of did its thing. Super scrappy matches, we had to work so hard for all of these. I feel like generally speaking, we didn't draw the greatest, and then like we had some lucky draws that just pull it off at the end. Um, Whereas a lot of times with this deck, it's the other way around, where you just kind of have pretty solid draws. You know, the discard can be a crutch and just kind of slide you right through with some sagas. Um, Super unfortunate to lose that last very favorable uh, match. It was certainly risky to keep a no action hand, but double A line plus a discard spell, a lot of mana on board, them mulling down to 4. Like, we were still heavily favored there. And we just drew poorly. And then they drew well, and then we just barely missed. I mean, you saw it. That was crazy. But I hope you enjoyed the league and or the challenge, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.